What's going on, everyone? We are here today. Power rankings video. Gonna get it done a little bit sooner this week. That way I don't have to rewatch all the games and like catch myself up on everything again. But we're here. We're here. Uh, as you can see, standings are really starting to shape it up a little bit. I did not get my clean sweep, unfortunately. The Minans took me down in a pretty convincing fashion. But we got the win against the Daddy Diglets, which is big. So we're still tied for first, which is good. But yeah, the league is really starting to get big right now. Like, yeah, I mean, it's getting close to, like, we're already over halfway through the season now officially. And this is where the grind time comes in. Only what, 8 games? Yeah, only 8 games left. And a very close playoff run. As you can see, as of right now, the Bambinos, Conkelders, Ash Ketchums, and Bandits are out of playoffs. That's right now they're out of playoffs. The top 6 are the Daddy Diglets and Hartsville Hitmontops tied up at 4 and 6. Last Minute Linoons solidly in 4th with 6 and 4. Minans in 3rd, 8 and 2, and then me and the Quaxleys would get the buys at 9 and 1. But again, this is not a playoff prediction video. Just letting you guys know since we are getting close to that time. But yeah, really good week. This week really solidified in my mind that literally anyone can make it. I mean, you look at a coach like Preston. He had he was 0-4, 0-5 or something, and now he's 3-7. I mean, he almost beat Chase. If he beat Chase, he would be in the playoff picture right now, and not Chase, because Chase would have been 3-7, and then Preston would have been 4-6. I mean, their game was extremely. I mean, literally down to the wire. It came down to 6 HP. But yeah, let's get on with the power rankings. Of course, these are the objective standings up here, and down here we're gonna do what I think everyone did that week. So in last place. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. I just want to see something real quick. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna last place. We're gonna do tabs. Reason I'm putting tabs down here is for a couple of reasons. So one, obviously his sets were a little bit weird this week, as everyone saw. But really, I helped him prep, so you could say it's on me. But I genuinely think the sets were good, because if he got a late game tricking him up with Victini and Dredigon against Tanner, he could have won. But he was really... His low pony didn't do anything against the set against Tanner. He literally switched it into an outrage and didn't use fake out. Or even if he didn't have... I forget what his low pony set was, but even if he didn't have fake out, he could have just went the Cloister and ice sharded it and not lost low pony for no reason. In game 2, well, he did win. He led the Rabombe again into the Hydreigon that showed that had Dragon Dance Dual Wing Beat. So he lost his Rabombe for free game 2 for absolutely no reason. And yeah, it really just didn't make sense to me. I think when Trick Room did work, it was doing a lot. It's just he was setting it up a little, like, if he's gonna use it like how we prepped, he has to do it like super late game. In game 2 he did, but games 1 and 3 he was kind of going for it early, which wasn't the best. In his game against Wu, he just got T-spiked on and lost. I didn't help him prep for that game. I didn't help either of them prep for that game, but I think I helped Wu. Yeah, I did help Wu, but He didn't bring defog or rapid spin, so he just lost it. Literally, just lost the T spikes, which is very unfortunate. Tanner had them too, so Tabs had a rough week. Tried some cool sets, didn't work, but it's really not the sets I think that were the throw. It was just the way he was playing it. Again, lost low punny both games, all 3 games against Tanner for free basically, and there's really no reason. And against Wu, it was a lot closer. It was a good set. Wait, did Wu play Tabs or MNES? Now I'm getting confused. Okay, Wu did. Okay, that's what I thought. Against Wu, a little bit closer, but Wu still came home with the win. So gonna have Tabs down here. Rough week for the boy, but again, still in the playoffs race. I mean, literally the only thing separating you from playoffs, Tabs, is literally 1 win. Literally 1 win. So just gotta hope that Chase and Wu have some bad weeks coming up, and you start having some good weeks, and you're in the playoff picture, and they aren't. So nothing to worry about. Next up, probably gonna have to put my boy B here. I helped him prep for both his games, and kind of on me. Got Hazard stacked against MNES, and then who else did he play? Who did B play? He played MNES and Preston. Okay. Let me see this. Okay, yeah, okay. So B was playing so well. He was playing so well against Preston. Game 1, he actually just shit on Preston like really bad. But game 2 and 3, he kind of didn't know how to adapt to Preston's. Preston adapted game 1 very well into going into game 2, but going into game 3, B didn't know how to respond and just kind of lost, which is unfortunate. He had a great start though to the set. And then his game against MNES, he just got hazard sacked again and lost. The thing about B's team is that it's really good, but his only way to remove hazards is either defog Aerodactyl, which isn't the greatest, and rapid spin Claydol, which Claydol isn't the best Pokemon, so if you're forced to bring it every game, it really hinders your team's ability to do shit. So I foresee B being very susceptible to hazards for the rest of the season. And unless he can find a way to use Aerodactyl defensively with, or like not defensively, but like utility with like defog, or find a way to make Claydol work every week, it's gonna be a very tough season for B. Again, came in halfway through. He's still playing amazing. It's just his team is missing some core parts. Maybe he can look for a free agency trade or something, because his team desperately needs hazard removal. So we'll see what he does, but that's just what I think he should do. Again, just a couple of wins and you're in the playoff picture. So nothing to really worry about. Number 8. Let me see something. Actually, let me put B here. Oh god, what did I do? The reason I'm putting B8 and Curse here is because Curse's games, I think he got 2'd in both his games. So let me just double check. Alright, so you got 2'd by Curse, or you got 2'd by MNES, then you got 2'd by GC. Okay. So Curse had the harder week for sure. For sure, he had the harder week. Um. He played Preston and MNES. He at least took M. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Curse had a very tough week. That's very reasonable, but B at least took MNES to a game 3, and Curse didn't. So I think that's going to be my reasoning because they both played the same person, but B made the set more competitive. Obviously, JC is higher up on the leaderboard than Preston is at the moment, but still, B made both his sets more competitive than Chris did. That's why I'm putting Chris down here. Number 7. Ooh, who do I want to put number 7? Um. Hmm. I'm about Preston. Let's do the Carolina Conkelders. Preston had a good week. He actually almost walked away 2-0, which would have been insanely good for him. Game against B, he got bozo checked game 1 uber hard, but game 2 and 3 he adapted very well and came out with the win. And then his set against Chase, he almost won because Chase, for some god, he didn't bring Flamethrower on Nidoking to a fucking match where Scissor exists. So if Preston somehow knew that and clicked XSD in front of the Nidoking, he would have won. But like, there's just no way Preston could have predicted that, so I don't blame him. But still, game came down to literally like Prim living on 6%. So an insanely close set. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Now I'm gonna explain why in a second. Give me 1 second here. Alright, so Preston actually played insanely well this week, and I think he's deserving of number 6. I'm putting myself in 7th because, well, yes, I did play good against Wu, and I 2-0'd him. My set against Tanner was literally just pitiful. I knew Comfey was going to be the thing that, like, 6-0'd my team, and I let Empoleon die super early both games, and Dragapult literally did nothing in that set. He had Blacephalon, he had Shadow Sneak on Gallade, and he had Priority Draining. Like, I don't know why I brought Dragapult. That was just absolute, and all my sets were just, I don't know. My prep for Tanner was just not there, very obvious. And yeah, my game against Wu was very good, but I think it was just like I played really shit one game and then really good one game, so like the disparities there. Preston kept his sets like neck and neck. That's why I'm putting Preston above me. Number 5. Number 5. Who did Chase play? Played Preston. What else did he play? Jace. Oh. Put Chase here. Chase played so like, yeah, he got 2-0'd, but that doesn't really like say how close it was. Chase played super well against JC, but fell a little bit short. Couple plays went differently. Chase would have been probably in a game 3, might have won, who knows, but Chase played very well. Unfortunately fell down to him. Again, very sneakily got by against Preston. Don't know what his reasoning was. He had coverage for Scizor with other shit, but bro, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Nidoking Flamethrower, that shit's killing through rain. I don't get it. So weird prep from Chase, not bringing Flamethrower on Nidoking, but I guess it worked out for him. So there he goes. Now I'm just saying if Chase lost that game, he'd be number 10 on the standings. I'll be honest. I would have put him dead last for not bringing Flamethrower Nido. I'd probably put fucking Hurston on. I'd put Hurston at number 10 and put Chase at number 11. I'd literally do that. If Chase actually lost because he didn't have Flamethrower Nidoking, I'd literally put Hurston over him on this power rankings. I'm 100% serious. So yeah, Chase, very lucky he didn't lose, because if he lost, God, holy shit, he would have been clowned on the rest of the season. Number 4, we'll do that Wussy. I actually almost put in Wussy. Daddy Diglets. Wu had very good games. Had a good set against Tabs. The hazard stacking was real. He did a great job of getting the hazards up, and I mean, Tabs had nothing to get rid of them. So once those T spikes got up, it was kind of just game. And his game against Mnaz was so I think he played Mnaz, right? Was that last week? Oh, he played me. He played me. Okay, and his game against me, kind of weird. I mean, it was his first game using Ditto, so he didn't really understand he could use my Landers as like another Earthquake immunity. Unfortunate, but still played well nonetheless. And yeah, I think he made good adaptations from the first time we played. Just I think obviously I made better adaptations, obviously, because we didn't have another hour-long fucking banger. But again, great sets out of Wu. Really liked how he played this week. I think he's been playing really well. Definitely think he's probably going to be one of the teams making playoffs. Number 3, do the last-minute Linoons. And that's just solid week. I mean, he just plays solid. There's not. Mnaz never had like the first 2 weeks of the season. I think he came out 1-3, looking pretty rough for him. But ever since week 3 and on, he's literally just played solid. Like not really much to say. Yeah, like literally, there's not much I can say. Like, oh, Mnaz played bad. Like Mnaz doesn't really ever play bad. He's just a very consistent player. Very consistent. Very rarely does he ever like play bad. Just plays his game, knows what he's doing, plays well. Not really much to say here. Just very solid play coming out of him. Number 3 this week. Number 2, do the Queen City Quaxleys. JC had a good week as usual. Again, same thing with MS. JC never really has like an off week. And he 2-0'd Chase and Chris. His game against Chase was pretty close. His game against Chris, not so close. But yeah, JC again, same thing as MS. Just solid player, solid week. Not really much to say other than that. Just won last season for a reason, and he's tied at number 1 seed for a reason. Number 1, you're gonna have to give it to Tanner and the Monroe Minans. Not only did he beat the undefeated streak and prevent the clean sweep, but he brought sets that were different for once. The reason why I brought the sets I did was because I thought I was playing Tanner of old. I thought I was playing the Tanner that brings setup on every goddamn Pokemon and just wins the match through just brute strength. But no. This week, Tanner proved to me that he is actually a top 3 competitor. Was it because I said he was a gatekeeper? Maybe. Probably. But he proved that if he actually uses his fucking brain and preps for the fucking games, he's a threat to be taken seriously. Now, is it unfortunate that I mentioned that the week I played him? Yeah, a little bit, but I'm glad that he's actually prepping for his fucking games now. Because up until this goddamn week, he's been bringing every Pokemon that he brought had this. He'd bring obviously different Pokemon to different games, but every time he brought that Pokemon, they had like the same fucking set and everything. That's why I thought it was going to be a pretty easy game for me. I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be an easy game once I got rid of Comfey, but he proved that if he just fucking preps, he can play well and just be a great player. So if Tanner keeps prepping the way he did against me in Tabs, I honestly think he has a good shot at winning the championship. I'll be honest. Obviously it depends, playoffs, where he's going to land in the bracket, if he gets to buy or not. That's going to be important. But as of now, if he keeps this prep up where he's like actually fucking prepping for his games, definitely championship contender. Not that he's not already, but you know what I mean. Definitely like better chance than before of winning the championship. But again, hats off to Tanner. Just really got the prep going this week. Brought sets that were actually good and different than what he normally brings. Hats off to him. Excited to see where he goes from here. But yeah, these are the power rank. These are the objective standings as of now. And these are the power rankings coming out of week 5. Next week is going to be week 6. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Just a quick shout out to Tabs' friend for making this amazing logo for us to the side of the power rankings. Forgot to mention at the beginning. But Tabs is the GOAT for getting that commissioned, and whoever made it for us is the GOAT for doing it. Big cock energy, or big boob energy. But yeah, we're going to be getting out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.